Lanka's Sapphire Secrets, Unearthing Beauty from the Heart of the Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the British Society of Jewellers and Guild of Jewellery Designers, thank you for joining me today. I'm thrilled to have this opportunity to share with you the rich world of Sri Lanka's sapphires. Over the next hour, we're going to embark on a journey that delves deep into the heart of these beautiful gemstones. First and foremost, we're here to share knowledge. Whether you're an experienced gem enthusiast or a curious newcomer, there's always something new to discover in the world of sapphires. Together, we'll explore the different types of sapphires and appreciate the vast spectrum of colors and qualities they offer. We will also discuss heat treatment, a common and crucial process that enhances the beauty of many gemstones, allowing them to reach their full potential. Understanding this process will give you insights into how sapphires are transformed from rough stones to glorious jewels. Additionally, we'll dive into the geology and extraction methods. This includes the artisanal mining techniques that have been practiced for generations, offering a glimpse into the fascinating process of how these gems are unearthed. For those interested in the business side of things, we'll touch on the bustling gem markets and share some tips on how to negotiate effectively. Whether you're buying or simply browsing, understanding the market dynamics is essential. It's also important to discuss ethical awareness, as responsible sourcing and fair trade practices are key in today's gemstone trade. We'll explore how Sri Lanka ensures its mining practices are sustainable, respecting both the environment and local communities. In addition, I'll share some of the stories and beliefs surrounding sapphires, adding a layer of culture and historic depth to our understanding. And finally, I'll discuss an exciting opportunity to visit Sri Lanka. There's no better way to truly appreciate these gems than by seeing where they come from and experiencing the culture that surrounds them. By the end of this presentation, I hope you'll leave with a deeper appreciation for the beauty and complexity of sapphires, equipped with knowledge that enriches both your personal and professional endeavors. Thank you for being here, so let's dive straight in. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kim Rex, a gemologist and creator of the Gemstone Detective book series. My journey in the world of gemstones has been both exciting and educational, shaped by a pivotal experience during a holiday in Egypt. Imagine my surprise and disappointment when I realized I purchased a glass ruby. This mistake spurred me into action, igniting a deeper urge to understand gemstones and prevent others from encountering the same pitfalls. I underwent training at the GIA and qualified as gemologist in 2016. From this experience was born Gemstone Detective, a travel guide dedicated to educating consumers and travelers on how to buy gemstones safely and wisely. My mission is to empower individuals with the knowledge they need to make informed, confident purchases, turning what could be a costly mistake into a rewarding endeavor. Through my books and talks, I aim to guide you on a journey through the fascinating world of gemstones, arming you with insights to uncover the true beauty and value of these natural treasures. So let's set the stage with some history. Sri Lankan sapphires are not only captivating in their beauty but deeply intertwined with the country's history, dating back to ancient times, around the 2nd century. The island's geological foundation is predominantly Precambrian rock. Such ancient geological formations nurture an incredible diversity of gemstones. Let's take a quick dive into the unique geological conditions that make Sri Lanka a sapphire paradise, with a special focus on the area known as Rambuka. First, let's consider the age of Sri Lanka's Precambrian rock. At over 500 million years old, these rocks are among the oldest geological formations on Earth. These ancient formations are primarily composed of high-grade metamorphic rocks, such as gneisses and schists. Their unique composition offers the perfect environment for gemstones to form, acting as natural hosts for sapphires, rubies, and garnets. Over millions of years, intense heat and pressure have acted upon these rocks, facilitating the creation of high-quality gemstones. Approximately 90% of Sri Lanka's landmass is covered by these gem-bearing Precambrian formations. This extensive coverage explains why the island is so abundantly rich in gemstones. As these rocks weather over time, their precious gems are released into alluvial deposits found in riverbeds and valleys. These become the primary mining locations where gemstones are found. As we are talking about geology, let me share an intriguing story about Horton Plains, a breathtaking site known as World's End. It's a sheer cliff that intriguingly ties into gem-bearing features of the island. As per the locals, legend has it that millions of years ago, Horton Plains was a massive rock formation. Through the immense forces of an earthquake and subsequent landslide, this colossal rock slab slid down, forming the dramatic cliff as we see it today. And if you stand at the edge of this cliff, you're treated to stunning views of a vast valley below. Nestled within this valley are gem-rich towns such as Balangoda, Ratnapura and Vitigala, collectively known as some of Sri Lanka's finest gem-producing regions. The belief is that the gemstones found in these towns owe their origins to the ancient rock formations of Horton Plains. Over time, natural erosion and rain washed down the gem-bearing gravels from the heights of Horton Plains down into these areas, enriching them with a bounty of precious stones. Among these many rich gem areas, Rambuka stands out as an iconic state. Known for producing some of the finest sapphires, Rambuka offers a spectrum of vivid colors, most notably a royal blue akin to the famed sapphires of Kashmir. These stones are treasured for their unique luster and body material. To give you a perspective on value, let's say a hypothetical number, a standard 2-carat blue sapphire might fetch around $2,000. However, a Rambuka sapphire of the same size can command prices as high as $5,000 due to its exceptional quality and hue. This comparison highlights its desirability amongst collectors and gem enthusiasts. The allure of Rambuka sapphires isn't just their beauty, but also in their rarity. They are collectors' gemstones. So, sapphires aren't just blue. They span a spectrum, including the famously rare pink-orange Padmaraja, also pronounced Padmaraga. Sapphires carry significant symbolism and are the birthstone of September, representing fidelity and sincerity. They are also associated with wisdom and nobility, and due to their hardness, second only to diamonds, they're an ideal choice for engagement rings. You may be familiar with the Duchess of Cambridge's stunning sapphire engagement ring, originally worn by Diana, Princess of Wales. But now let's delve into one of the true treasures of sapphires of Sri Lanka's gemstone offerings, the Padmaraja sapphires. The name itself carries a sense of exotic elegance, deriving from the Sinhalese word lotus flower, whose captivating hues it mirrors. First and foremost, it's interesting to note the dual nomenclature and pronunciation associated with these gems. You'll hear them referred to as both Padmaraga and Padmaraja. In Sinhalese, Padma translates to lotus and Raga means color, embodying the beautiful spectrum from which the gem draws its name. Some even prefer saying Padmaraja, where Raja means king, symbolizing the royal status of these gems, often hold in collections. Paparacha sapphires present a dominant pink hue with an exotic orangish undertone, combining to create a remarkable salmon-like color. This rare blend is not simply a visual delight, but a collector's gem, differentiated from other pinkish-orange stones you might find in places like Africa, where stones lean more towards the sunset color range. Buyer beware though, ensuring authenticity. Here's where the things get particularly important. Ensuring you're purchasing a genuine paparacha sapphire. Prices can vary significantly, with typical rates hypothetically ranging from $1,500 to $4,500 per carat, or even higher, dwarfing the prices for baby pink sapphires, which might go for as little as $300 per carat. Now, due to this high value, some deceitful practices can come into play. A common trick is applying yellowish hues, often using wax or natural materials like tree bark to simulate the paparacha's unique color blend. These substances fill the cracks and enhance the stone's appearance temporarily, misleading less experienced buyers. Furthermore, irradiation is another method where stones are exposed to X-rays in a bid to alter their coloration. So take a baby pink stone. They pay the X-ray operator. So the operator takes the X-ray and the stone emits a yellowish glow, plus the pink color, and it looks like paparacha. But after time, the color disappears and it becomes a regular pink stone. So let's discuss the buying strategies. So how does one navigate this tricky terrain? The key is vigilance and purchasing from reputable sources. For those experienced in gem buying, there's a practice of cleaning questionable stones with brake oil to reveal any artificial coloration. And here's what any reputable trader would do. They'd allow you to pay after 2 to 3 weeks. Now, during this time, you can expose the gemstone to sunlight for, say, 2 weeks to check for any color changes. Alternatively, make your purchases from trusted sources that offer money-back guarantee or a gem replacement warranty. One strategy is to use a post-dated check and come to an agreement that ensures a refund if there are any changes in color. By using honest buying methods, you can protect your money and keep these beautiful gemstones looking their best. So there are two goudas. What are goudas? There are two goudas. Ordinarily, gouda versus there's ordinary gouda versus Otto gouda. So now let's talk about the difference between ordinary gouda and the Otto gouda. Both are part of the gouda family, but there are distinctions. Ordinary gouda, well, these stones are typically milky or cloudy corundum that improve significantly with heat treatment. Using a special torch, you can inspect these stones deeply before deciding if they're suitable for enhancement. Otto gouda are specifically bought with the intention of undergoing heat treatment. Otto gouda stones are generally even cloudier and may have even more inclusions. The dramatic improvement they undergo through heating makes them especially intriguing to gemologists and traders. So let's talk about heat treatment. How does it work? The heat changes the inside of the stone. It dissolves or rearranges impurities that cloud the stone, making it clearer and bringing out the more vivid colors, usually a stunning blue. It's a bit like giving the stone a makeover, revealing the gem that was always there beneath the surface. Why Gouda is economically important? Well, one of the great things about Gouda sapphires is that you can actually start with a more affordable stone before treatment, which offers a big opportunity for increasing their value afterwards. This makes them a significant part of Sri Lanka's gemstone market and a clever choice for those looking to invest in something beautiful yet economical. Common locations and market values. Well, you'll find Gouda gemstones mainly in alluvial deposits in places like Ratnapura and Elahara or Kampatia. These stones are they're a large part of Sri Lanka's sapphire exports. And globally, they're well accepted in the market as long as people know that they've been treated. That transparency actually adds to their appeal, ensuring they're a trustworthy option for buyers worldwide. So, wrapping up, let's talk a little bit about heat treatment. Gem heating is a wide and tricky subject, so here's a very, very brief explanation. We'd need an hour at least to go into more detail. By heating the gemstones to very high temperatures, we can dramatically improve the color and clarity. What starts as a pretty unremarkable rock turns into a vibrant gem quality sapphire. It's a common and accepted practice in the gem industry and shows just how much skill goes into creating these beauties. So let's dive into the fascinating process of traditional heat treatment, particularly as it's practiced in places like Badarula and Ratnapura in Sri Lanka. This is where the true magic happens, with stones such as Otto Gilder. Understanding the process, well, it involves heating these stones to temperatures ranging from 400 to 2000 degrees Celsius. This high heat aims to remove dark spots and improve their overall appearance. During this intense heat process, you might find that some of the stones become too dark initially. So to counteract this, oxygen is introduced. This step is crucial as it reduces the darkness and helps the stone achieve that desirable regular blue color that everyone loves. Traditional heat treatment isn't just for sapphires. It's also a favored method for enhancing semi-precious stones like spinel, tourmaline, and zircons. However, these materials aren't as hard, which means there's a higher risk of them cracking under heat. To prevent this, the process uses a blowpipe meticulously, allowing for careful heat application and better control. The treatment can take anywhere from 1 hour to as much as 7 or 8 hours. It's a task that requires patience and precision. One of the benefits of using a blowpipe is that it allows for periodic checking. Unlike modern methods, where you have to wait for the entire heating cycle to finish, traditional techniques allow you to monitor the color changes as it happens, offering a real-time advantage. So in conclusion, the traditional heat treatment process combines scientific principles with skilled craftsmanship, ensuring that each gemstone reveals its true potential. And this method connects us deeply with Sri Lanka's cultural and artisanal heritage, showcasing the transformation of raw stones into beautiful gems. So Sri Lanka's Ceylon is particularly famous for its beautiful blue sapphire shades, from light cornflower to a deep royal blue. However, as I've said, it's also known for its pinkish paparacha, orange paparacha sapphires. But after blue sapphires, the paparacha is mostly the prize fancy sapphire. Paparacha means lotus flower in Sinhalese, the official language of Sri Lanka, and it was named because of the gem has a gorgeous salmon pink color, offering the blossom, a salmon color of the blossom. Through many stones with this color having also been found in Vietnam, Tanzania, and Madagascar, Sri Lanka was the original location for paparacha sapphire. Artisanal mining. At the heart of Sri Lanka's sapphire industry is artisanal mining, a practice deeply rooted in history, particularly in towns like Ratnapura, known as the City of Gems. Families work together using traditional tools like picks, shovels, and woven basket, a method that has endured for generations. Places like Elahara, Okampatia, and Biblia are more than mining hubs. They're communities where artisanal mining is woven into daily life and cultural heritage. Passed down through generations, these practices are not just a means to earn a living, but a cherished family tradition. Compared to a large-scale operations, artisanal mining is notably gentle on the environment. Without heavy machinery, the disturbance to the land is minimal, preserving the lush landscapes and the biodiversity of Sri Lanka. Economically, artisanal mining plays a crucial role. It supports tens of thousands of families across the land. The income from gem sales not only sustains households, but also contributes to the development of local infrastructure, like schools, roads, and keeping community life vibrant and prosperous. Whilst the roots of artisanal mining are ancient, the practice itself is not stuck in the past. Many miners today are savvy about incorporating modern techniques to enhance their work. For example, they might use a portable water pump to help with excavation and washing gravel before more efficiently, reducing physical labor whilst increasing output. Some also employ small-scale sorting and grading machines to ensure higher efficiency in processing the stones. These machines can help separate valuable stones from regular gravels more quickly, a task that traditionally would be done entirely by hand. Additionally, there's a growing use of handheld spectrometers, affordable and user-friendly devices that help identify gems with precision. By integrating these innovations, miners not only preserve such rich traditions, but also improve the quality of their finds. Artisanal mining here champions ethical practices because it's transparent and community-centered. Buyers can trust that these gems are responsibly sourced, contributing positively to both local welfare and environmental integrity. In summary, artisanal mining in Sri Lanka combines traditional expertise with modern innovations to produce some of the world's most exquisite sapphires while supporting both the community and the environment. I took this photo in the Kurawita mining area. You can see there's the mine shaft, and here there is I'm looking down the mine shaft. Yes, it's very mucky, and again here, this is in the Elahara mining area that I visited, and here again, this is still in Elahara. Here they're washing the gravels. Now here, I thought you might like to have a look at this. In Ratnapur, in the Matnapura area that I went to, I actually had the experience of going down a mine. Have a watch of this. Coming back up again, it's not easy. Take a look. So let's go over to the gem markets and talk a little bit about negotiation. So after the extraction, sapphires journey to the vibrant markets such as Nivitigala, Baraula, and Ratnapura. Now, here visitors can actually witness the bustling trade of gemstones. There are about 10 gemstone markets in Sri Lanka, possibly more, and the oldest and the most famous are in Baraula, Ratnapura, and Nivitigala. The other second markets are all very, very small, and gem brokers actually supply the smaller markets with gemstones from these three larger markets. And in my experience, the best place to actually buy cut and polished stones is in Baraula, and the best place to buy rough gemstones is Ratnapura. Now, be aware that the timings are given are approximately, and yeah, the Sri Lankans are pretty relaxed about timekeeping. So in Baraula, the gem trading area of Baraula is also known as China Fort, named after the Chinese traders who settled there about 300 years ago. And the market rather, has been running for over 100 years, and it's spread over a two-block area. 99% of the gemstones are cut and polished stones. And as I say, I mean, the opening times are Monday to Saturday, but it's all very, very, very flexible. Um, so yeah, be aware that things might not go according to the timings that are advertised. And here we are again in Baraula Market. And you can just see that it happens, you know, buyers sit in their cars and traders come to them, or they might sit in their tuk-tuk, and it's now this is Nivitigala market, and this was very much very, very different, where um, Nivitigala is kind of more popular than Ratnapura, and that actually starts business earlier in the morning at about 6 o'clock. And then once business is done at Nivitigala, people then move around to Ratnapura around 10 o'clock in the morning. Um, and I do remember, this is Ratnapura market, and although I didn't take any photos around the actual market, I do remember specifically that this vehicle is it's the gem testing lab. It's a mobile lab. So that's really easy to take your gemstones and actually go and get them tested at the market before you hand over your money. So let's talk a bit about negotiation, and let me put to you a practical scenario that many of you might encounter. Purchasing a 2-carat sapphire. It's a significant investment, so how do you actually approach it wisely and potentially get a better deal? So the key is in the approach. Instead of diving straight into negotiating for the sapphire, start by focusing on something smaller, perhaps a garnet or a zircon. This move serves as an excellent icebreaker and establishes you as a serious customer. You've got to build rapport. By engaging in a transaction for a smaller gemstone, you warm the trader's heart. He sees that you're willing to do business with him, which naturally increases his respect for you. And then after you've agreed and negotiated on these smaller gems, you can gradually introduce the sapphire into the discussion. At this point, having established rapport, you're more likely to be successful in negotiating that coveted 10% discount, even on the larger, more valuable sapphire. So, to summarize, by starting small and building up a relationship, you not only enhance your bargaining power, but you also create a positive buying experience. It's all about layering on the groundwork to achieve a mutually beneficial outcome. Let's talk about the importance of ethical mining practices in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is deeply committed to ensuring that its gemstone industry not only thrives economically, but also respects the environment and the well-being of those involved in mining. To start with, The Sri Lankan government requires that all mining operations are licensed. This regulatory step ensures that mining is done legally and that all operators adhere to guidelines designed to minimize impact on the environment and local communities. It's about ensuring that the treasures we take from the earth are done so with care and respect. Speaking of the environment, there are strict regulations in place that require miners to restore the areas they disturb back to their original state. This often means filling in any pits and replanting vegetation, helping the land recover after mining activities have taken place. Additionally, the use of heavy machinery is limited to protect the environment, encouraging smaller traditional mining methods that are less damaging. Water management is also critical. There are controls in place to ensure that mining does not contaminate local water supplies and that water usage remains sustainable. Beyond the physical environment, ethical mining in Sri Lanka involves engaging with local communities. This means creating jobs, improving infrastructure, and ensuring the needs and the traditions of these communities are respected. Worker safety is paramount, with laws in place to prevent child labour and guarantee safe working conditions. Transparency is key in these operations. Regular reporting ensures that every step of the mining process is accountable and above board. Fair trade initiatives are also supported, making sure miners receive fair compensation for their efforts and the gems that they unearth. Education plays a major role in all of this. The government and various organizations work together to promote awareness about sustainable mining practices, helping miners and communities understand the best ways to protect and preserve their valuable resources. To ensure all these measures are followed, regular inspections are conducted to monitor activities and make sure everyone is upholding the ethical standards expected of them. Through these practices, Sri Lanka demonstrates its commitment to maintaining a responsible and sustainable gem mining industry, balancing economic progress with environmental care and community well-being. It's a model that many countries look up to as an example of how to do things right, taking what we need responsibly and respectfully. Now let's immerse ourselves in the fascinating lore around Sri Lankan gemstones, particularly the enchanting story of Mavugala and Darugala. Both are a captivating tale and a piece of Sri Lankan folklore. The story revolves around the concept of Mavugala, or mother stone, pronounced similarly to Mogul, and Darugala, or child stone. In gem-rich regions like Nivitigala or Ratnapura, you may discover two or three gemstones nestled closely together within the same mining spot. Well, usually one stone is larger, the Mavugala or mother stone, while the others are slightly smaller, the Darugala or child stones. According to local myths, these stones are considered inseparable. The belief is that if the mother stone is sold, the child stones, wherever they end up, will eventually find their way back to the mother. This story, passed down through generations of gem miners, adds a mystical dimension to the mining culture in Sri Lanka. It speaks to the deeply held belief that gemstones embody more than just physical beauty. They carry connections and stories that transcend space and time. These tales influence how miners and locals view gemstones, perceiving them as much more than mere commodities. Ethical sourcing and mining practices are at the forefront of Sri Lanka, with regulations ensuring that gemstone production respects both the people and the land. The cultural significance of gemstones extends to beliefs tied to luck and prosperity. For instance, in local law, touching or showcasing a significant gemstone without genuine interest is thought to bring bad energy. Additionally, miners value traditions such as the myth of the Makaru beads. Unearthing a bead from the ancient mining can actually signal proximity to quality sapphires. Let me explain. Originating either from India or Morocco, the Makaru tribe were renowned for their expertise in mining. Centuries ago, ancient kings in Sri Lanka granted them special licenses to extract the island's precious sapphires. Driven by a keen eye for quality, the Makaru miners were selective in their pursuits, only keeping the finest gemstones. For stones that didn't meet their high standards, whether it was pale, semi-precious, or just partially processed sapphires, the Makaru would actually fashion them into beads. These beads, crafted from lesser stones, adorned necklaces, bracelets, and were even worn around their waists. Their mining methods were mixed with mysticism. It was believed that if a mine collapsed and claimed a miner's life, the spirits remained trapped within. Consequently, the Makaru would cease operations, bury their fellow miner close to the site, and leave them untouched. Leave the mine untouched, a mark of reverence and superstition about bad luck. Interestingly, discovering a Makaru bead today, perhaps near what appears to be an abandoned mine, can be a hint. These markers suggest that high-quality sapphires might still be found nearby, as the Makaru often left behind washed gravel which could still contain valuable Gouda sapphires and other semi-precious gemstones. Lastly, there's a fascinating belief surrounding larger stones, particularly those over 5 carats, a 5-carat natural sapphire. Well, these substantial gems are often held in the highest regard by both gem buyers and miners, becoming almost akin to treasured family members. There's a tradition where such sizable stones are treated with an exceptional level of care and respect, comparable to how one might regard a beloved daughter. The belief is that these stones carry not just material value, but also a certain spiritual or emotional essence. Because of this, their owners are highly protective. The stones aren't allowed to be casually touched or photographed unless by individuals who are genuinely serious about purchasing them. It's believed that if somebody handles the stone, actually handles the stone, sorry, I've lost my place. It is believed that if somebody handles the stone lightly and returns it, bad luck or negative energy could attach to the gem. This protective attitude reflects the notion that the stone's value could diminish if not given the proper respect, akin to the dignity one would afford the concept of a virginal daughter. The emphasis is on maintaining both the stone's intrinsic and perceived worth, ensuring that only those with genuine interest come into contact with such prized possessions. Excuse me. As we start wrapping up, I invite you to join me in Sri Lanka, where these insights will come to life. Experience the mining, trading, and cultural depth firsthand on our upcoming Sapphire tour in February 2025. I'd love to play this video about the tour. Have a watch.
Discover the timeless allure of Sri Lanka, a land where history and gemstones intertwine. Join us on a
I'm sorry, I touched the screen.
mesmerizing journey from the 17th to the 26th of February 2025. On an exclusive gemstone tour designed for enthusiasts and collectors alike. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned gem lover, this tour offers a hands-on experience like no other. Learn from renowned gemologist Kim Ricks and immerse yourself in the fascinating world of gemstones. Sri Lanka is home to some of the world's rarest and most valuable gemstones, including the illustrious blue sapphire. With over 2,500 years of gem trading history, this island is a true gemological paradise. Explore bustling gem markets, visit an enlightening gem museum, witness the intricate art of cutting and polishing, and tour several gem mines. This is a gemological extravaganza you won't want to miss. In partnership with Udara Garuj, Gemstone Detective has crafted this once-in-a-lifetime tour. Travel in comfort by minibus, guided by English-speaking experts, and journey alongside Kim Ricks, the Gemstone Detective. Seats are limited and bookings are on a first-come, first-served basis. Don't miss your chance to embark on this extraordinary adventure.
So before we jump into the Q&A, I've got some exciting news for you that I think you'll find interesting. I've decided to host a seminar right before our tour. It's happening on Tuesday, the 7th of January, 2025, and it's your chance to learn from our top-notch Sri Lankan expert, Udara Garuj. This seminar is about negotiation at the gemstone market. We'll share local tips and expert negotiation skills to help you make the best deals, some practical advice to ensure that you always get your money's worth without overpaying, and Udara will share some quality assessment techniques so that you can spot a top-notch stone in an instant. Plus, by joining, you'll be supporting a fantastic cause, because part of the seminar fee will provide gemstone torches and scales to Sri Lanka's artisanal miners, helping them work more independently and professionally. So pop the date in your diary, Tuesday the 7th of January. It's not just about learning, it's about transforming your passion into real expertise and making a difference along the way. More details about that will come soon, so do stay tuned. And so to finish up, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to share the rich stories of Sri Lankan sapphires, and I'm eager to answer your questions now. So let's dive into the discussion.